good morning, all MeehLOVE. So today we are going to talk about breastfeeding, the 9 things that people may forget to tell you about this beautiful thing that happens between a mommy and a baby. Okay, someone's very hungry this morning. Good morning, MeehLOVE. So breastfeeding. These is just going to be the 9 things I feel that people forget to tell mothers who just had a baby, who's about to start on this great breastfeeding journey. And I feel like y'all need to know this because this is my 4th time breastfeeding. And let me tell you, they still apply. If anything, they're more at hand because I don't know, breastfeeding is definitely a journey, and you learn a lot about yourself. You learn how strong you can be, how patient you can be. You learn a lot from breastfeeding your baby. The first 9 things that people may forget to tell you about breastfeeding, I feel, will be the public shaming. Like, even this, people are gonna be watching this video like, Shay got her booby, her titty, everything out for the tube, YouTube. But I'm out here feeding my son. I fed him earlier. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know I posted a picture of our morning feed and my morning pump. But this boy is still hungry. I try to exclusively pump feed now, so that means I'm trying to pump and then put it in a bottle and just try to wean him off the breast. But when it's around his nap time, if he ain't got his breast in his mouth, then he ain't trying to go to sleep. Like right now, I'm looking at him and he is slowly going to sleep. He's squirming a little bit, but he's all right. Now that Trooper is finally asleep and off the breast, let's get down to business. Cause you know, I'm known for getting off subject and off topic, you guys. I'm known for it. All right, y'all like my shirt? I love this shirt. All right, so number 9 would have to be public shaming. Boo, boo, boo. Yes. For some strange reason, other people care if you're breastfeeding your baby in public. Everyone seems to have an opinion about moms and boobs and babies, but they don't have an opinion about boobs on the gram, just posted up on the beach like this. I personally don't care if people stare at me. My family would tell you I've been known to be breastfeeding and fall asleep with the baby, and you might come in the room and you might see a Hershey kiss. Like, it's been known to happen. In public, I tend to I don't really care what they look at, but I cover up for because I'm married one, and my husband, sometimes I see he feels some type of way when people was looking at his wife and his son, like they looking at us. So I cover up because I know when I was in the NICU and I was breastfeeding him or getting him to latch, I was just like curtain open. But I guess like one of the male nurses and one of the male technicians that was like fixing the baby's monitor in the other room was like staring dead at me, and my husband was just like, nah bruh, not today, like mind your business. So if anything, I cover up for the sake of my husband and not having to choke or slap somebody. But yes, new moms, I know breastfeeding is already like hard, exciting, all the above. It's just a roller coaster of a journey, but be prepared for people to not be okay with you breastfeeding. Like, it's already tough breastfeeding, and then for people to give you negative opinions about you breastfeeding, I think it's BS. It's straight bullshit. I'm gonna say that. I'm sorry if I can't say that, but it is. Mind your business. Mommy and baby are having a moment. Baby is eating, and first of all, it's hot outside, so would you eat under a blanket? I'm just saying. The next one would have to be, so number 8 would have to be prepared to smell like a dirty old milk jug. Like, let me tell you, for instance, yesterday I took a shower in the morning, but since I pump at least, sometimes I pump, depending on my schedule, I will get 5 pumps in, but my total goal of pumps a day is 8 to 10. Yes, that's a lot, but that's how much I pump because Like I said, I'm exclusively pumping, but before that, I also wanted to store my milk so I can, in hopes to stop breastfeeding, but have milk stored for Trooper, just in case I wanted to, you know, I'm starting back working out. I may pick up a summer job like I've done in the past, and Babe or my friends or my family might want to feed him. So be prepared to smell like an old milk jug, because even though you can clean the area, you could take several baths throughout the day, you're still gonna smell like milk. And because you're sweating, it's already hot and you're sweating, and the heat and everything. Sometimes, like even right now, I'm sorry y'all, like I took a shower this morning and I took one last night and I still smell like a milk jug. The next will have to be hard boobies, you guys. I'm sorry if I'm looking this way. I'm still vlogging from my phone. I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna get it together. Hopefully this summer I'm gonna get a camera so I can look here, so I know sometimes my eyes be all over the place. But back to what I was saying, heavy breast. Your boobs are gonna be heavy. If you was an A before, you about to be a B or a C. And if you was a C before, you about to be a D or a double D. And if you was an E, God, I'm gonna pray for you, because you're gonna need some good bras for that back support. As you can see, they're nice and heavy. I'm normally before I was a double D, and then I lost weight, so then I became a D cup, but now I'm back at a double D because I'm breastfeeding. Your breast will get so heavy and so hard. Another thing, you know, they forget to tell you, not only do they get heavy and hard, but you have to massage your breast. You have to massage these daily. I hear my child. Hi, Marley. Hi, Marley. You not gonna come in? You not gonna come in? She took off. But yes, they don't tell you that your breasts are gonna get, they're gonna get hard. They're gonna get hard, they're gonna get heavy, and you have to massage them on a daily. Sometimes it's really uncomfortable, and it's hard for me to get like up here and back here. So I just asked there goes Marley. I just asked my husband, who's always so generous and excited to help me, because he has big man hands, so he can get in there and he can get it out. And the lactation lady, when I was in the NICU, that's what she said. She's like, hey, have your partner, your family member, you know, your significant other help you out and get in there. And like right now, ooh, I got one right now I need to get out because it hurts really bad. You can apply heat pads. I tend to make mine from like old baby diapers. It's an old trick that I learned at Balboa Hospital in San Diego when my sister had her baby and she was in the NICU. They just took like a newborn diaper, put some water in it, put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the microwave for like 20-30 seconds, and boom, you got an instant heating pad to help you get the clots out. So you want to massage on a daily and apply heat, you know, I say pressure even when you're pumping and when you're feeding your baby, you want to do that, because if not, you can get sick. And number 6 is gonna be mastitis. What is mastitis? Mastitis is a painful tissue infection of the breast. A lot of moms have experienced this. I was on the verge of this. It is very important to, like I said, massage and get all that milk out, because those boobies are not just heavy because you needed a lift. They're heavy because there's milk in there that needs to be relieved and released. And if you don't relieve it or release it, it can turn into an infection. So come on, moms, you gotta take care of yourself. 5 is gonna be how stressful and how time-consuming breastfeeding is. I know you probably see on, like in the movies, on Instagram, I just had a baby and I'm just gonna feed. Let me tell you, breastfeeding is very time-consuming and it's very stressful, because if you don't have time to feed your baby, that can hurt your milk supply a lot, and you can get an infection because you're not getting that milk out. So that's another thing. Breastfeeding is time consuming. Not only is breastfeeding time consuming, but we're about to hop into number 4. You have to be organized. You have to be organized. I mean, you gotta label the milk, you gotta time when you breastfeed, how much was the breast milk. If you're feeding your baby on the breast, you got to time how long it is. You got to time how long it is, because when you take your baby to their appointments, the doctors are going to want to know, well, how long did you feed on the right breast? How long did you feed on the left breast? And also, well, how many ounces are you getting when you pump? You can't just leave breast milk out all day. It's only good for 4 to 6 hours. And in the fridge, it's only good to, they say, 3 to 5 days, and I heard people say a week. I've never pushed it to a week, because you see my son, he a little chubster, so he eats all my milk. I don't have much left over. My freezer supply is very small, because when I had got back from LA, like I said, I was so stressed out that I actually had to supplement feed him for a little bit. We use the Earthland's Best. I actually have some left over, because like I said, it was only for a couple of days until I can get my supply back up. But my husband was like, hell, how much was that can of formula? You might want to finish using that. And I'm like, well, my milk supply is back up. I don't really need it anymore. I actually ran downstairs real quick and got the formula. This is the one that he is supplement fed with. It is a lot in here, like a lot. Look at all that formula in there, because I've been blessed to be able to provide just the right amount of milk that he needs, with an occasional, I wouldn't say occasional, because I've been able to put an additional 4 to 5 ounces in the freezer. I probably was able to put, I'm vlogging on my phone, but if I look at it, I think I have 55 ounces of breast milk in my freezer, and that's just from the month of February. I have some for March, but not a lot, because my papa had died, so I had to go out of town. So when I had actually came back home, early April, I was using that, but I was able, late April, I was able to build my supply back up. But that's in there for emergencies, like just in case, if I get sick and my milk's not coming in, I use that. But this is a great brand. It's organic. This is the sensitive and fussy for gas. You guys can see that. Troop likes it. I know that I have blogged before, and we had got samples from like Similac and Enfamil, but he does not like that at all. I did not know that they made organic formula. If I would have known this, I think all my girls, when I stopped breastfeeding, would have had organic, because Similac, even Enfamil, and I love Enfamil, just their stomach, their little tummies are just so congested and so messed up. With this, I can tell you hands down, Trooper has thrived off of this, as like he has thrived off my breast milk. He's not gassy, he doesn't get clogged up. It's just a lot of greatness with this formula. So Earth Best, shout out to y'all for making this awesome organic formula, because my baby loves it. When mommy's milk is down and low and she needs something to come to the rescue, y'all come through. Okay, so let's get on to number 3. Number 3 has to be, not only do you have to have a great routine, but you gotta have good eating habits. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, you burn a lot of calories when you're breastfeeding, which is great, because you can lose weight, you can maintain weight. You ain't gonna gain much weight when you're breastfeeding, but you have to eat a lot of the right stuff, and you have to drink a lot of fluids. So I'm talking about a lot of water, a lot of juice. I drink almond milk too, because hey, you getting, like, in my mind, you're pumping milk, you giving milk, so you gotta drink milk to get milk. So like, that's been my whole mindset. Yes, son. Yes, I hear you over there. Trooper, tell him. Mommy's like a little eating machine sometimes, huh? Yeah, huh? Just like you, I'm an eating machine? Yeah, mommy's an eating machine. I love him so much. But yes, you have to, I'm sorry guys, my lighting, there we go. You have to make sure you're taking care of yourself, moms. You have to make sure you're getting the right vitamins, and you still should be taking your prenatal vitamin or some type of vitamin every day. You have to make sure you're eating the right stuff. When I eat a lot of onions, Trooper gets super gassy, and I get a little gassy. I know that's TMI, but I love onions. I'm gonna tell you right now, I love onions. Like, onions, grilled onions, fried onions, sauteed onions. I love onions. I love the yellow, the brown, the white, the purple. I love onions. I'm sorry, you guys. I love onions. So you have to be careful what you consume. I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I also have like four snacks in the day. So sometimes that's two snacks in the morning, one big one in the evening, and one light one. But let me stop, y'all, because in the middle of the night, I do have snacks. Like if I go look on the side of my bed right now, I got some snacks because, like I said, I breastfeed throughout the night. And sometimes I'm hungry, and my husband be like, "We just ate dinner." I'll be like, "Yeah, babe, but I just pump 2 times right before bed." So, cause I used to pump every 2 hours, and then that turned to every 2 to 3 hours. But now I pump every 3 hours. Yeah, so number 3 is make sure, moms, you're taking care of yourself and you're eating lots of food and lots of great nutrition food so you and your baby can thrive on this breastfeeding journey. Number 2 is gonna be, like I said, with the routine and stuff, you're not always gonna make enough milk. You're not always gonna reach your 3-month goal, your 9-month goal, your 6-month goal, your 9-month goal, or your 12-month goal, or your 2-year goal. Sometimes you're just not gonna make enough milk, and it's okay to supplement feed. Like, this stuff, it came in handy. I remember when I was pregnant with Maddie, because it was my first baby, and I'm like, yes, I just had a baby, and oh my gosh, I got my snapback already. I'm about to breastfeed. I'm about to be this and this and that. The first couple of days, I cannot get any milk to save my life. And let me tell you, I was 19 and still young, still learning, and I just thought, because I had a baby, that the milk was gonna be there and I was just gonna hold my baby and be like, feed and eat, mommy has all the milk you need. Like, joke was on me because I didn't, and it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that at all. My milk with Madison didn't come in until a month later. So yes, I had to give her Infamil. I had to give her formula because my breast milk didn't come in. Troop is up for his nap. See, hey, look at this lighting. It got you looking orange. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's see if mommy can lock it right there for the baby. Yes, it did not come in until like a whole month later. And my mom will tell you I was very stressed out. I was very sad. I was very disappointed. I felt like a bad mom. I cried. I was like, we're not gonna have a close bond, which is not the case at all. You can still have a close bond with your baby if you can't provide breast milk or just a little breast milk. You breastfeeding or not breastfeeding your baby does not determine the relationship that you and your child is gonna have. That all depends on how you parent and what love you show your child. What you wanna say, huh? Yeah. So yeah, it didn't come in and I had to supplement feed. So that's one thing that, no one prepared me for. No one told me that, hey, you may not get no breast milk to feed your new baby. It just might not happen. No one told me that. So I had to experience that on my own. So that's why I'm telling you moms that it may be you and it may happen, and it's okay if that happens. Find a good formula that works for your baby, that doesn't have your baby all constipated and gassy and hurting. Earth's Best it's organic. It has done wonders for Troop. When, like I said, when I got back from my families, even when I was there, I was so trying to get sad because I'm thinking about my papa. But yeah, even when I was there, sorry, I've been thinking about my papa a lot. You guys know from the last vlog, he just passed away. So mentally, even though I'm naturally this goofy, excited person, it is still hurting me that he's gone. So I'm trying my best to cope. But yes, even when I was in Los Angeles, I had to supplement feed him because I was so stressed out and I was grieving, and I'm still grieving, but I'm still pushing through. so anything can set you off to where you can't provide another milk. Enough milk for your baby. You may not. Your pregnancy might have been rough, or after your pregnancy might be rough, or your baby's not latching, or your baby does latch and you don't get enough milk. It's a lot of things that apply. So just be aware that it may not be like in the movies or on Instagram where you're holding your baby, and every time your baby, every hour, every 2 hours, every 3 hours, when your baby's hungry, you put your baby on the breast and it's like, boom, I'm feeding my baby. I got this. I'm breastfeeding. It may not happen. It happened to me. This is my 4th time at this. This is my 4th journey with this breastfeeding thing. And it has been stressful, enjoyable. Like I said, it's a crazy roller coaster when you're breastfeeding. Let's get into number 1, because number 2 had me like, Number 1 is your journey is not gonna be like everyone else. It's not. So if you watching what your friends are doing and you're thinking like, damn, why isn't that not me? Just remember, that's not your journey. So if you and your friend or your cousin or your mama or your sister were all pregnant at the same time and you had your baby and you're like, yes, we're gonna be doing this together, and then you're like, are you breastfeeding? How's breastfeeding going? And if she tells you it's going great, or you tell her it's going great, that's what I mean. It's not the same. It's your friend, or you may get more milk than you, or vice versa. You might get more milk than your friend. And then, and if that's the case, you can try to help her out and give her all the right information. I take a lot of information, a lot of knowledge from other moms who are breastfeeding, because everyone's breastfeeding journey is different, and what works for me or what works for them may not work for you. So you have to be prepared for that. A lot of moms don't know that. Like I said, how I was when I was 19, I was like, here, Madison Lynn, eat. Why is she crying? Like nothing was coming out. So just remember that your journey is not going to be like everybody else's journey. You may have more stress. Your body may not naturally just produce that much milk. But don't let that get you down. It's different things. You can always find a great lactation person to go to. When I was in the NICU, I had one, and she gave me a lot of tips to add to the tips that I already used with my other children. But his journey has been a little bit different than his sissies. I brought him up here with the girls. I didn't know they had all this stuff, but I was able to produce a lot of milk. That just goes to show you everything's different. Sorry, yes. So I eat these, and I also drink it with almond milk, and it helps. With the girls, I didn't have to take supplements. It just naturally came. But with him, maybe because I am older, and like I said, now I have 4 kids, I'm running around like a crazy woman, sometimes it's just hard for me to get some milk. So not only do I take those, but I on Instagram, I found this great company, and they're called Legendairy milk. And I haven't taken the leche. I'm taking these 2. I mix and match them. So you have Cash Cow and you have Pump Princess. I'm currently taking these 2, and I have noticed, usually it would take me, sorry, excuse me. I was showing my husband this yesterday. Oh no, yeah, yesterday at night when I was pumping. Usually it would take me 8 pumps, sometimes 8 or 10 pumps to get 30 ounces of milk in the beginning when I was pumping. But now it only takes me like 3 or 4 pumps to get 26 or 30 ounces of milk. So that's why I've been able to pump less and get more. So you might have to take a supplement. Like I said, you may have to take supplements. Your friend may not have to take supplements. But remember, this is your journey. And even though your journey is different, just remember that your baby is going to love you regardless. So if it's coming easy to you, your baby's going to love you. If it's coming hard to you, your baby's going to love you. Breastfeeding itself is a difficult thing, but don't give up. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Like, even if your baby's like 3 months and you're just like, it's not working, I'm done, work at it. And if you do end up giving up, it's okay, don't feel bad. It's been times where I told my husband, I've been crying, and I'm like, I just want to give up, because it's hard. I know on Instagram, I make it look easy, but in reality, it's been a struggle for me mentally, physically. I'm tired sometimes because I'm taking care of my other 3 children. I gotta make sure Roy is 8, fed, he get his outside time. Sometimes I'm walking around smelling like a milk jug, and milk ain't even coming out the jugs like I want it to. But that's breastfeeding. I hope this video, it can encourage you moms out there that it's okay if you're having these struggles in your breastfeeding journey. It's normal, and I'm sorry no one told you, but you're not alone. I'm going through it. It's okay. I feel that every mom is unique and beautiful, and every breastfeeding journey is unique and beautiful. So if you had to give up, it's okay. If you have to supplement feed, it's okay. Hey, as long as your baby is getting something, huh? Or as long as your baby got something, even if you breastfed for the first week, shout outs to you, because that was a hard ass week. Yeah. See, but you still get your baby some milk, huh? Well, you guys, that is the 9 things that people may not have told you when you first started on your breastfeeding journey. I hope you guys love this vlog. If you liked it so much, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're gonna try to reach our 1,000 subscriber goal, aren't we? Yeah. So tell them to hit the button.